Hello everyone, in this video let's discuss about the off subtractor in digital logic design. So this off subtractor are used to subtract the binary bits. So binary bits means you can only subtract 0 and 1. Now let's design the block diagram first. So the first step is designing their block diagram. So in the block diagram, we just represent what are the inputs and what are the outputs in the circuit of subtractor. So this is the block and my inputs are, I will be having two inputs. Let me call them as X and Y. You can call them A, B, C, D, anything. And my outputs will be, one will be difference and another one will be borrow. My two outputs are difference D and B borrow. Now using this block diagram, now let's write the truth table for the off subtractor. Here in truth table, we will be writing the possible combinations of the input and their outputs. So, if you see the input side and output side separately, in input side I am having two inputs, X and Y. In output side I am having two outputs, that is difference D and borrow B. Since I am having two inputs, my possible combinations are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So we all know that when we subtract, for example, I will be subtracting 18 from 22. Now if you see here, from 2 I can't subtract 8. So what I will be taking? I will be taking the borrow. So it will be 12. So 12 minus 8 will be 4 and this will be called as the difference. So here only 1 is left, 1 minus 1 will be 0. So the difference is 4 and you took the borrow from the neighbor to satisfy the condition. Like that, this off subtractor will also work. Now if you see, my two inputs are 0 and 0. Since it is a subtractor, 0 minus 0 will be 0. The condition is satisfied. So difference is 0 and you not took any borrow. Now 0, 1. 0 minus 1 will be minus 1. But you can't write minus 1 because you can only write 0 and 1. So what you will be doing is, you will be taking the borrow. So you took 1 as the borrow. Now, since you took 1 as the borrow, 1 minus 1 will be 0. So the condition is satisfied. But the difference was minus 1, no. At the earlier stage, 0 minus 1 was minus 1. To satisfy the condition, I took 1 borrow and satisfied the condition. 1 minus 1 will be 0 in between two of them. But the original was minus 1. You can't write minus, so you just write 1. Now 1 and 0. 1 minus 0 will be 1 itself. So difference is 1 and you not took any borrow to satisfy condition. 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1 will be 0 and you not took any borrow. Now using these outputs, that is difference D and borrow B, let's write the circuit equation for them. So that is difference D and borrow B. For both of them let's write. First for difference D, where and all the values, output values are equal to 1. So 1, 2, two scenarios are there. X bar, Y. When value is equal to 0, we will be using bar. So X bar, Y plus X, Y bar. X, Y bar. So you can write it as X bar, Y plus X, Y bar means you can write X, X or Y. X, X or Y. Now let's write for borrow B. So in only one scenario, it is having 1 as the output. So that is X bar, Y because X value is equal to 0. X bar, Y. Now using these two output equation, let's design the circuit diagram for off subtractor. What are my inputs? X, Y is there and X bar is also there, Y bar is also there. So what I will be doing? X and here I will be taking not gate in front of them so that this will be X bar. Now Y and again I will be using not gate to satisfy the bar, that is y bar. So first let's write for difference D. What is the difference D? X bar y plus x y bar. This like also you can represent, or you can use x and y, in between them you can use x or gate. So first let's use the x and then use y. Let's use the XOR gate between them. So this is the difference D. X XOR y. Next let's write for borrow B. So x bar y. X bar means you must take from the NOT gate, y you will be taking from the same. Since there is a dot product in between them, because there is no plus or minus in between them, so you will be considering it is AND, that is dot product. So you will be using AND gate in between them. So this is borrow B, difference D and borrow B. So in this problem we wrote the block diagram, truth table, characteristic equation for the outputs, and the circuit diagram for the half subtractor. Hope you understood the topic. If you have any doubt regarding this topic, please do comment below. If you liked the video, please subscribe and support us. Thank you.